Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Misma Passion. Second video in a row as promised. When there were updates to be told about, I would come and tell you people about those updates. And we have been given three major updates regarding the situation concerning the RFEF of Spain, Jenny Hermoso, and of course Luis Rubiales, who we will start with here, as he has been suspended for the next 90 days from all footballing activities by FIFA themselves, whilst the situation is getting ironed out between the RFEF and as well, whilst FIFA conducts its own not experiments, but its own investigations here. Rubiales has been suspended. That means even though he is still currently the president of the RFEF, he cannot take part in any football-related activity for the next 90 days, as I've said. So that is definitely a major coup for Jenny Hermoso and the rest of her merry women in this fight against the RFEF here. It's definitely a huge statement by FIFA by doing this. I still do think that instead of suspending him, I don't know if FIFA are allowed to terminate heads of federations. I don't think so, but I think much more staunch action should have been taken. It's a little bit too late because FIFA now doing this at essentially what is the 11th hour, but doesn't matter. Progress is progress, and I think it's a good first step here for Rubiales and the rest of his merry men in the situation to see that the writing's on the wall for them to leave here. So if that has not been bad enough for him and his cohorts, this will have definitely been exacerbated by the breaking news that the majority of the technical staff from the Women's World Cup, as well as some coaches from the under 19s and under 20s team, have voluntarily stepped down slash resigned from the national team here in solidarity with Jenny Hermoso and her teammates here. So that pretty much means that as it stands, Jorge Vilda, who is still the head coach for the Spanish women's national team, does not have a technical staff to work on. Now that is just as huge as the previous news of Rubiales being suspended here. And in a release statement, the technical staff that has stepped down have stated, quote, as a result of the events that occurred after the final of the Women's Soccer World Cup, part of the women's soccer team wants to make its position public with the following points. First, the undersigned expressed the affirmative and most emphatic condemnation of the conduct shown by the president of the RFEF, Luis Manuel Rubiales Beja, with the player of the national women's team, Jennifer Hermoso. Second, after the extraordinary General Assembly of the RFEF, which took place on August 25th, 2023, in which the president of the RFEF did not present his resignation and in which he offered a story that does not reflect in any way some of the feelings of the aforementioned player, who has expressly stated that she felt victim of aggression. This part of the technical team supports the player Jennifer Hermoso, endorsing the versions offered by her, adding the inconvenience of having to attend the aforementioned assembly on August 25th, in which, in addition, an especially hurtful event occurred for this technical body, since several of the female members of the technical staff were forced to wear in the front row, exposing his image and trying to make society and players understand that they shared the theses of the president of the RFEF. Third, for all these reasons, the undersigned, in view of the unacceptable attitudes and statements made by the top leader of the RFEF, have made the decision to make their positions available to it. Fourth, this part of the technical team shows its support for the statement published by the players of the women's national soccer team in reference to said actions and statements made by the president of the RFEF, and more specifically to the public statements made by the player Jenny Beautiful. Fifth, the undersigned want to end the statement accepting the part of responsibility what we have to do with regard to the restructuring and professionalization of the absolute women's national team, a work for which we have always worked with the greatest motivation and professionalism. So that is quite a lengthy statement. I apologize for it able to keep up. Of course, it is on your screen if you want to read it at your own pace. But that is the breaking news here, with the technical staff stepping down, essentially resigning from their positions here. And this is pretty much not only just the writing on the wall, but the writing on the wall in bold font. Like, it is in Aharoni font. There is no way Rubiales can deny the fact here. There's no way that Vilda can try and back him up. If the technical staff themselves, who are, I guess, stereotypically supposed to be loyal to the head coach, in this case Vilda, are resigning from their post and saying that we agree and stand with the player, then I don't know what more of a surefire sign you need as a neutral viewer like I am, and you, dear listener, that his situation is untenable, and the only way out of this is for Rubiales to resign and all of his supporters to leave the RFEF with immediate effect. There is no other way around this. But apart from that, those are my sentiments personally. I'd like to hear your own sentiments, so please, like the last video and the one before it, please leave your thoughts in the comment sections. We can interact and discuss. And yeah, this is definitely a very turbulent 24 hours it has been for the Spanish national team and the federation in general. Hopefully there will be an outcome, a positive outcome in the next few hours or days that are definitely going to be the right decisions made. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, it has been a very turbulent time here. But I do want to quickly commend the footballing world, at least in Spain, for coming together and showing support and solidarity for all the people involved, all the key and crucial stakeholders involved in this situation, particularly for Jenny Hermoso here. Many clubs have come out with statements in support for Jenny Hermoso and the Spanish national team here, like Mallorca and Sevilla. Not so much Barcelona. Barcelona's statement really leaves a sour and poor taste in the mouth, but doesn't really matter there. It will not do enough to soil the solidarity shown by the rest of the clubs and major figures within Spanish football, at least on the player side, who have shown their support, as I mentioned, the likes of Hector Bellerin and Isco. So yeah, very, very good to see that. But other than that, when there are more updates, I'll make sure to just pop on here on the good old YouTubes and share them with you. But other than that, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.